Good evening, everybody. On stage, you have before you our jazz band. Let's give it up for our jazz band. Good evening. My name is Stephen Grindle. I'm the instrumental music director here at Milwaukie High School, Milwaukie Academy of the Arts. And welcome to our 2025 spring and kind of pre-festival concert. Yeah, thanks for coming tonight. A few quick reminders, and then we're going to continue with some music. Please refrain from flash photography. From our perspective, it's like a black void out there, and when there's a flash, it's like a bolt of lightning, and it can be a little distracting. Also, please refrain from video recording. We are streaming with the help of Mr. Dolan. This is streaming on YouTube right now, and it'll be posted on our YouTube channel later, so you can check it out to your heart's content. You can watch it 80 million times if you'd like. That'd be great. What else? If you need to use the restroom, there's some gender-neutral restrooms just under the staircase here, just around the side. There's male and female restrooms. And if for some reason none of those work for you, way down the hall here, there's even more restrooms, so there's some options for you. If you need to go potty or leave during a performance, if you can wait until a piece is done, that would be helpful. Those doors are louder than they seem. And when you come back, if you could wait until you hear applause or the end of another piece, that would be really great. Cool? Thank you, everybody. Up next, we're going to play a jazz standard called Equinox. It's a minor blues form by famous jazz tenor saxophone player John Coltrane. And this is a piece that we learned entirely by ear. So you're going to hear a little intro, a melody, a harmony part, some improvised solos, and an ending as well. Right? And they're not looking at music. They have a little kind of cheat sheet in front of them. Right? But there's no notes and rhythms like our typical music notation. So we hope you enjoy Equinox. Thank you. I almost forgot, I'm so sorry. The first piece was called Whirlybird by Neil Hefti, which is in the style of Count Basie. You heard solos from Jacob on the alto saxophone. You also heard a really nice solo from our entire sax section, so give it up for the saxes. And you also heard a little bit from Liam on the drums and Adeline on the piano. once again, that was Equinox by John Coltrane. It is a standard practice in the jazz tradition to learn things by ear. Things have been passed down for several decades, and so I like to keep that practice alive in our jazz classes here. You heard from Jonah on the guitar. Yeah. Layla on the tenor sax. Joaquin on the guitar. And Luca on the alto sax. You'll probably recognize this one. We hope you enjoy. What a Wonderful World. Our jazz ensemble has one more number for you. This is an original composition by a really great composer that I like from Florida. Her name's Michelle Fernandez. She's kind of doing a lot of arranging and composing full-time now. She used to be someone like me. She was a middle school and high school band teacher. She writes a lot of great charts in kind of Latin styles. This is a chart that's in the style of cha-cha-cha, which is one of the styles of music that comes from Cuba. And we're going to have some rhythm section members in the back. Can y'all wave? They're playing some extra instruments back there. Yeah. I don't know why it's called this, but it's called Chèvre. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Once again, that was Chèvre. You heard solos from Jesus on the trombone. Rylan on the trumpets. Gabe on the baritone saxophone. And you heard some trading between Waylon and Liam, and extra percussion from Leo, Jonah, and Carter. Give it up for our percussionists. Thank you very much. We have a little scene change next. We're going to bring up the house lights and bring the stage lights down. Up next will be our concert orchestra. We'll be back in a few short moments. Thank you. Please welcome to the stage our concert orchestra. We're going to play 3 pieces for you tonight. The first one is called A Touch of Glass. It is inspired by some minimalist composers, so you're going to hear some rhythms and melodies that kind of repeat themselves, but they layer upon each other in kind of interesting and unique ways. So we hope you enjoy A Touch of Glass. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Up next, we have a piece by a young composer. His name is Omri Ford, and this is called The Journey Forward. In his program notes, he talks about how this is kind of, he was inspired by kind of cinematography, film soundtracks, that type of thing, but it has a pop song form, and everybody gets a bit of the melody in this, so you can listen for the melody being passed around to the different sections. This is a Journey Forward. Thank you. Our last selection from this ensemble, it's called Afterthoughts. It's by a great composer named Brian Balmages. And this is a multi-movement piece you may see in your program. There's Roman numerals 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 short movements, and they're all inspired by 3 pretty famous classical period composers. Well, not classical period, classical style composers. Beethoven, I'm sure you've heard of him. Yum bum bum bum, that guy. Tchaikovsky wrote some pretty famous ballets, like The Nutcracker. One you may not have heard of is Bartok, who's kind of a more modern composer, kind of turn of the century. Wrote some quirky music with some really interesting harmonies, and a lot of it was inspired by traditional folk musics. So you'll see each of the movements is inspired by each of those 3 heavy-hitting composers. It is customary to not clap in between pieces with multiple movements. If you really feel like you want to clap, we won't be mad. But we're just going to move from one piece to the next. Or I'm sorry, one movement to the next. Thank you very much. This is Afterthoughts. Thank you very much. We're going to have another quick little scene change, and up next will be our symphonic band. How about another big round of applause for our concert orchestra? Thank you for putting the house lights up for just another moment and stage light sound. Thank you very much. We'll be back shortly. How about a big round of applause for our symphonic band? Our first piece is called Starfire Fanfare, great way to start our set. We've been learning about something scary, it sounds scary, called compound meter. It's just a different type of beat subdivision. It was recently St. Patrick's Day. Maybe you know the band Dropkick Murphys. They have a song called Shipping Up to Boston. That one. It's very Irish. And a lot of Irish stuff is in kind of a triple feel, right? So the beat is divided into 3 notes instead of 2. Anyway, that's all the music theory stuff. We hope you enjoy Starfire Fanfare. Thank you. Thank you very much. Up next, we're going to play a song with the form slow, fast, slow. It's a nice little slow sandwich, or I guess a fast sandwich. Slow is the bread. This is Colliding Visions. We hope you enjoy. Thank you. Alrighty, thank you. We've got one more piece for you, and then we're gonna take a short little intermission. And then after our intermission, we'll hear from our chamber orchestra and our wind ensemble. Can we give a big round of applause again for our symphonic band? This next piece is a march. We love a march. This is Blackthorn March. We hope you enjoy. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to have a short little intermission. If you'd like to stand up, stretch your legs, visit the restroom, we'll be back shortly. Thank you. everybody. Please welcome to the stage our chamber orchestra. So the next two groups you're about to hear are our chamber orchestra, and after that our wind ensemble. Every year, usually in the few weeks after spring break, we go to, hey, be nice to me. I'm human too. Okay. Spring break. We go to our OSAA, Oregon School Activities and Athletics Association sponsored, we call them our league events. So there's a handful of schools, we all get together, we get to play for adjudication and get some feedback to get better. So this is one of our more kind of serious performances of the year that we've kind of worked towards all the way back since September. And so, yeah, we're getting ready for that. So this is kind of a trial run of our set of kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better term, serious music. So we're going to play 3 pieces for you tonight. The first one is from a great piece of music, The Planets by Gustav Holst. This is the chorale from Jupiter. Thank you very much. very much. Up next, we're going to play a faster tempo, more energetic piece. This is an original composition by Chris Bernotas. This is called Sparks. Thank you. We've got one more piece for you. This is one of my favorite composers for string orchestra, Yukiko Nishimura. We played a different piece by her last year at our League Festival, and I bought two, and I thought I would just use this one, and it fit the group pretty well. So this is Sweet New Moon. It's kind of in a contemporary kind of lyrical style. There's a lot of really beautiful harmonies and kind of complex interwoven parts. So we hope you enjoy Sweet New Moon. Thank you. We have one small more. Oh my goodness, we're in the dark. Okay, that's fine. We've got one more small transition. Our wind ensemble will be ready in a few short minutes here. Thank you so much. Alrighty, that went by fast. We've got one more group. Give it up for our wind ensemble. Similar to our chamber orchestra, we'll be competing at our league festival after spring break. And actually, with this group, just the way the schedule worked out this school year, we visited Clackamas Community College. What was that? Last Tuesday. It's kind of early in kind of our festival season, but it was a great chance to play for 3 adjudicators, and we got some really great feedback. So we're going to continue to make small improvements and just kind of try to max out everything we got with our pieces. Very cool. So our first piece is by William Owens. It's another multi-movement work. So we're going to play three movements with a short pause in between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. And then you can clap extra loud at the very end. So we hope you enjoy Dance's Americanesque. Thank you. Thank you very much. I mentioned we played that at CCC last week. We decided to leave out that last movement because we weren't quite feeling really confident on it. So that was our first time doing that third movement. There's a lot of notes in there. So give it up for them. Up next, we're going to play a really beautiful piece by Tyler Arcari. This is entitled The Angel's Call. Thank you. Thank you very much. We've got one more for you. This is a Spanish march called Amparito Roca. While they're getting set up, quick story. I started my teaching career in Florida for 3 years. Don't hold that against me. But there we had we call it league here. Down in Florida, we called it MPA, which means Music Performance Assessment. Same thing, different name, essentially. And down in Florida, we were actually we were required to play a march at this festival. And then usually an overture, which is like, kind of usually a slow, fast, slow kind of piece, something like that. And then usually a lyrical piece. It was kind of formulaic. Oregon, it's a little more open-ended, but I still love playing a march. I think a lot of our old school judges like that too. So anyway, this is a great march. It's kind of a classic in the concert band repertoire. We hope you enjoy Amparito Roca. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming tonight. That's all for music. We hope you enjoyed our program tonight. I really would like to thank folks from the theater department, helping back with tech, sound, and lights. Thank you so much. We usually have a good showing of administrators and other teachers in the audience, so thank you, administrators and teachers, for being here. Thank you for your support. on the idea of support, there was news today. I posted it on our Facebook page for instrumental music. Governor Tina Kotek, I don't know what the government term is, but signed a proclamation that March is Music in Our Schools Month, which is pretty exciting for the state of Oregon, and a great piece of music education advocacy, which is really exciting. There is a little bit more info about March and Music in Our Schools Month, which is a national initiative by the National Association for Music Education, or NAFME, which is kind of our parent organization. Anyway, thank you so much for your support of music education. Thank you for parents, especially. Thank you for supporting your child's education. They work hard. They spend a lot of time practicing, and they've made a lot of tremendous growth this year. So let's give a big round of applause for all of our student performers tonight. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Dolan has helped with our video and audio tonight. Thank you very much, Mr. Dolan. Okay, students, we need to clear everything on stage. So many hands make light work. So please don't run off. Please help us clear everything out. Shells, chairs, stands, instruments, everything needs to go back. Thank you so much. Drive safe and have a wonderful evening.